Hi, Meg. Hi, Frank. Doesn't the weather always play a role in any Michigan festivity? Well, I'll tell you what, if you were joining our broadcast earlier on, you saw that I had a pretty heavy coat on. It was pretty chilly out here, but now the sun is shining and it looks like things have cleared up and it's going to be a great night for baseball. But do you remember yesterday? Let's take a look. As you remember yesterday, the dark clouds were abundant around Dow Diamond. And if they didn't have umbrellas or ponchos, fans had to scramble for cover at times when the rain would start falling heavy in spurts. Well, it caused several delays in the action, but plenty of fans stuck it out to watch the Great Lakes Loons' own Carlos Rincon crush the baseball and win last night's home run derby. But as you can see out here at Dow Diamond, conditions are pretty favorable. Things are looking pretty good. I lost the coat. I'm sporting the polo now because the sun is shining. Everybody that came out had brought their sweatshirts and their blankets. I see that they're starting to peel away the layers. Let's hope the nice weather is going to stick around here in Midland. So for that answer, to find out if it's going to, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Brian Bachman for a first look at our forecast. Hi, Brian.
Hi there, David. Glad to see you've been able to shed that coat and hearing that the sunshine is poking through those clouds at Dow Diamond, and that trend will continue through the duration of the evening. So we are all clear for the first pitch for the All-Star game getting underway in just about an hour's time, actually, at 7:05. And we're seeing similar improvement across other parts of mid-Michigan tonight. Let's take a live look out at the CMU campus in Mount Pleasant, where they, too, are also enjoying some returning sunshine after we saw all those clouds billow up this afternoon, bringing with them some occasional light rain, but nothing that thankfully proved to be too disruptive across the region. We'll switch over to the First Warn 5 Sky Tracker. Just a few of us at this point hanging on to, at worst, really nothing more than a few sprinkles across a good chunk of Sanilac County in the vicinity of Sandusky and kind of tapering off toward the south and east toward the Croswell area. A few more on the far eastern extent of I-69. But as we pan out to the wide view here, not only is the rain moving out, but you can also see plenty in the way of dry air and clearing skies rolling in. The only potential blemish on these improving conditions is a little cluster of thunderstorms beginning to roll into Alcona County toward Harrisville. Those will impact you folks over about the next hour, but then in general, all of this activity will begin to fizzle out. And while it will be a little bit cooler than average tonight, as evidenced by our temps region-wide, 62, for example, in Clare and Alma, 65 in Midland at Dow Diamond right now, 65 in Bay City as well, it'll at least be comfortable along with the slackening winds. So if you're headed out to Dow Diamond tonight for the All-Star game, right now it's 65 degrees there with clearing skies, a bit of a passing cloud kind of a situation. We'll see those same conditions continue into the first pitch time at 7:05 with a temp around 64 degrees, and then later on tonight the clearing will just take full hold across the region with overnight lows cool but comfortable down into the 50s. So all clear, David. We'll send it back to you.
All right, that is what we want to hear out here at the Dow Diamond, Brian. Thank you very much for that. Now, there's so much excitement going on right now. Players are taking the fields for practice. People are finding their seats right now. The game, we are less than an hour away, but it is a great experience for these players to play in this baseball game. And it's actually really exciting for Loons players as well, because the starting pitcher of tonight's game is a Great Lakes Loon. And for more on that, let's send it down to the field for Sports Director Scott Johnson. Hi, Scott.
And we are live here at Dow Diamond. We're about an hour away from the first pitch. We got some kids that are very excited about it, right, guys?
Yeah!
They're all pumped up here for the All-Star game. The first pitch, of course, is going to be delivered by a Great Lakes Loon, as Dustin May will take the hill. He was named the starter yesterday, and you heard that live right here on TV5 when we had Jeremy Rodriguez, the manager for the Loons here, who happens to be the head coach of the East Squad. Now, joining me now is the pitching coach, of course, May's pitching coach, and that happens to be Connor McGinnis. And I'll tell you what, tell us a little bit about Dustin and what he brings to the table when he goes out there and starts.
He's an absolute competitor. I mean, you forget that he's only 19 years old, great kid from Texas. He just goes out, does his job, does what he needs to do to get wins, and we love having him on the mound for us.
Okay, so the Dodgers are always known for their pitching and so forth. Tell us about his pitching then. What is his favorite pitch and how does he grip it?
Yeah, you know, honestly, if you ask him, it might be his slider, his two-seam, or his changeup that he's been working on. So I don't really know which one's his favorite because they're all really good. But I'm going to show you left-handed. He is right-handed, but I was a lefty myself. But his two-seam, he holds it kind of like this. All right. Then he goes to his slider. slider, he'll go over to the off seam right there in the 2-seam there. And then his changeup's pretty funky. It's all the way out there. The pinky and the ring finger all the way out on the side.
Now, that has got to be just uncomfortable. It looks uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, if you throw it well enough and you get comfortable with it, it can work. It can work.
Now, what kind of honor is that for him to be a starter in a single-A all-star game?
Oh, I know it's a huge honor for him. I know he's excited. I know he's pumped up. You know, when we broke the news to him last night, he was really excited to roll, and he'll be coming out here shortly. I mean, it's unbelievable for him.
So there's a chance that I actually knew he was starting before he did.
Probably.
Hey, good luck tonight. Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it, Scott.
All right. Once again, we are just about an hour away from the first pitch here at the Midwest League All-Star Game. Here at Dow Diamond, Scott Johnson, back to you.
All right, Scott, thank you. As Scott has been saying, we are less than an hour away from this first pitch here at this baseball game. The excitement, you can just feel it out here. The concourse is packed full of people. People are getting autographs from players earlier on. And as the kids that he just showed you, cheering full of excitement. Well, they had a lot to be excited for. One of the most cool things for a kid coming out to the ball field is to watch the players at the batting practice. Our very own Cameron Riddle caught up with many of them, and he'll have that story for us coming up in just a little bit. For now, I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio. Meg, Frank.
All right. Thank you, David. And